Welcome to the educational Bantaba.
On this program, we bring you issues surrounding education, where we welcome teachers, students, and parents to discuss issues surrounding education.
Which audience community every Saturday from the hour 2 towards 3 o'clock.
To discuss educational issues on the educational Bantaba at the Atlantic TV. With me, Babukari Ebuso.
I am Mr. Sanyang. I'll be the host, a teacher, a presenter, a public speaker.
Good morning, Gambia, wherever you are getting us live from Atlantic TV, the Gambia, the new TV of the TV revolutions. I am Mr. Sanyang, the Education Bantaba presenter, and then today joined by a colleague, a brother, and then he's also a teacher, and at the same time wearing the cap of Region 2 East. Coordinator is no other person, but maybe as time goes on, I'll ask him to introduce himself. But some of you are the receiving, and thank you so very much for following our program. The schools like Mahad, St. Peter's presentation, you have Bottrop, you have Newsrat, all schools within the bread and wide of this country. Thank you so very much. And those in the diaspora supporting Atlantic TV online, thank you very much. Without you people, I wonder how the TV will grow. But honestly, you are doing justice to the TV, and thank you so very much for your participation. And then my guest, can you please talk to the audience?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Sanyang. My name is Modlamin Balde, a teacher in Kafuta Tumbung Lower Basic School, at the same time the regional sports coordinator for Region 2 East, as he likely said. So I'm glad, to be here today, and then so the audience will really enjoy what is coming forward, inshallah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Balde, as he rightly stated. He's a teacher at Kafuta Tumbul, and then Kafuta Tumbul is based on Region 2 East. Kafuta Tumbul towards Foni N. So they are all part of Region 2 East. This is the division that took place last year, and then I will say this year is going to be a battle of Titanic between Region 2 East and Region 2 West. Remember, Region 2 East are the champions of last year. So this year, a question to be raised. Is the Region 2 East going to maintain their position, or Region 2 East West will come and then overtake them? So Mr. Balde, I post this question, and then I believe they will wait to the comment sections, and then anything you stated here, go to the comment section. You will see some critics and so on and so forth. But anyway, we have to. So Mr. Balde, please, can you take us through your sporting activity, how you become a sport coordinator and so on and so forth?
Yeah, yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanyang. It started years back, back in 2012, when I started, teaching in the lower sector. That was the time I was a James Master in Kafuta Lower Basic School. We were groomed by the likes of Abdul Karim C, Sirif Jalo, Esa Jaju, Baro Toure. These are the people who brought us well into sports. Then I was the assistant coordinator in Combois when Mr. Baro Toure was the coordinator in Kuloro Lower Basic School, that is the Combois Zone 4. Then when Baro was transferred back in 2015, that was the time I started coordinating the Combois, that is the Zone 4. So since 2015, I was coordinating Zone 4, that is Combois, until when it was divided into two regions. Then we happened to be in Region 2 East. Mr. Esa Jaju, who is currently the Dex officer in Region 2 East, was the coordinator. Then I was the secretary. So when he was redeployed to the office as the Dex officer, that was the time I was duly elected in as the coordinator of Region 2 East. So this happened in September.
Honestly, I think you have a rich, I would say, CV on how you went through where you are currently to be the Region 2 East coordinator. Honestly, it's a big position.
So,
And then you love the position.
yeah, it's something that we've all been, looking up to, because as the saying goes, no one wants to be stagnant. And then, if you look at the history, like I said, back in 2012, you expect that you should be growing, okay, from assistant coordinator to coordinator in the zonal level, and now as the regional coordinator. This is what we've been dreaming of, and we want to move further again, so that our young ones also can touch in. This is what we expect, and this is what we are all doing. Because if you look at this trend, the likes of Jallo Koli, then Mr. Lamin Sane, the former governor, they are not there with us now. They are the ones who started this. Mr. Sirif Jallo is retired. They are the ones who groomed us in. Mr. Abdul Karim C is not with the region now. In the lower cadre. So this is the strength. The likes of Adamaso, they are not all there now. They gave way to we the young ones, and as time goes on, we'll also give way to the others.
So meaning the baton of leadership is passed to you, and then you are still happy with it, and then you are going fine with it. Anyway, we move to the program proper, and then please tell us this year's your stand. Yes, Region to East.
As our slogan, we believe in WinRec. This is what we are working towards. People ask whether we are going to defend the championship, and what we tell you is that by the grace of God, inshallah, we are going to defend the championship. Because looking at records, we know the records. It's more than 10 years we have been looking at the records. So obviously, when a win is coming, when you look at the records that you have, you'll know, you'll be hopeful. And with what I've seen in the previous years, and with what I have right now in my camp, I'm very much so, with the help of Allah, we're going to defend this championship. I know it's never easy. It's never easy, because winning, being a champion is not difficult, but defending the championship is the most difficult one.
The most difficult.
Yeah, so
as he rightly said. And then currently, you are camping at Sibanor,
yes,
I believe. And then tell us how the atmosphere and then the feeling of the those students and then the teachers, coordinators who are currently. Just give us a depiction of the atmosphere in Sibanor.
Yeah, the reason why I said I'm very much hopeful is. When you look at last year, the region was new. We were searching all over for good athletes. Okay, we did not know what type of athletes we were going to get last year. So we were just looking for athletes. The selection was just we are going to see what we'll have. But luckily, this year we already know what we got. Some of the athletes who were there last year are lucky to be there. So that means, there is high hopes. We started camp, 31st of January, with a lot of athletes. And the winning spirit, with the athletes already in the camp, with the help of the experienced ones, because we have athletes who have been camping with the region since it was one. They are in camp. That winning spirit is already in them, and they have inculcated that one into their colleagues who came newly. So the teacher coordinators also are hopeful. Luckily that last year we were having new teacher coordinators, but thank God this year, they have at least 1 or 2 years experience. So it is going fine, and the atmosphere is going well. And I'm hopeful with what I have seen in the athletes and with what we have put to them. Inshallah they will perform, and then we will defend the championship, inshallah. The people of Fonyi and the convoys waiting for the day to arrive. Yes.
Yeah, we move into the second frame of the question regarding about your region to is preparation towards on the 18th. On the 18th is just at the corner, and then it's waiting, and then it's going to be a Battle of Titanic. So where do you base your preparation? To region 2 East or to the whole region?
Yeah, looking at history, last year, what I used to tell people is that I don't calculate any region. I don't calculate any region. I just work on what I have. This is what I believe in.
You said again, can you reframe it?
I don't calculate any region.
Yes.
I don't underrate any region, but I don't believe that any region is above me. I just work on with what I have. That means I work on the athletes that we have. We prepare them physically, mentally. We go and perform. But I know last year, obviously, when Region 2 was divided, the power went down. That was obvious. That means if you were having about 100 kids where you can select from to have 45 athletes, now it was reduced to about 60 kids for you to have 45 athletes from. Yeah, obviously the power went down. Looking at last year, if at all there was a bitter competition from other regions, they could have won it, because the Region 2 was in 2 now instead of 1. So that means their power went down. So going into the competition, I don't underrate any region. I don't underrate any region, but there's no region that we are feared of, because we are the champions, and inshallah we are going to defend that championship.
And then the other people who say, if you want to be a champion, you act like a champion. Are you people acting like champions?
That is what we are doing every day. That is what we are doing every day, because we will tell people we are the champions, and inshallah we will remain there.
Obviously. Then
Yes.
we move into the people of Region 2 East. Combo is down to Fonyi. How supportive are they, especially the head teachers around that area, and then including the parents and so on and so forth? Are you facing difficulties to tap athletes you think they represent the region? Do you face any challenges?
Yeah, previously, even if when it was one region, there used to be this difficulty of all schools participating, when it comes to selection, that is from the zonal levels, because the region is, we divided our region into 5 zones. Each of these zones, they have their own center. So sometimes what used to be the problem is that schools participating in that championship, in that zonal hits, used to be a problem. But I am very much grateful to all the head teachers that we have and all the parents. There have not been we did not have any case of an athlete being invited for the camp and then the parents refuse. It have not happened this year. Previous years it used to happen, even when it was one region. You see an athlete will be invited for the camp, the parents will say no, they are not going to come. We used to face that difficulty. Okay, but thank God this year we did not have such. We didn't have such. And to the head teachers, what we can say is for them to keep it up. Yes, because they are giving us the full support. All the schools participated in the zonal hits. That is because the head teachers, they understand and they know what that sports means to those athletes. Okay, as you said, sports is part of education. So obviously it is part of the curriculum, and then we expect head teachers to support to the fullest, to see that these athletes from their schools participate in all the activities organized by the ministry, and this sports is part of it. So we don't have that difficulty. We have the fullest support of the head teachers, because all the schools have participated in our activities this year.
Yes, if you are joining us, this is Mr. Balde, the teacher coordinator of Region 2 East. That combo is towards Fonyi N, and then we are having a discussion on the region preparation towards defending their champions when it's come to on the 18th of February, Independence Day. So this is a race which all the regions within these nations always participate on, within the nations always partake on. So, and then we all know Region 2 is being divided into 2. You have East and West. And Combo East down to Fonyi East, and then last year, after the division, they were crowned the champions. So the question is, will the names still remain the same, or the crown will be or the throne will be taken away from them to any of these regions participating. So that's the biggest question I put in place. But if you are just newly joining us, this is your educational program that always comes away every Monday by the hour 11 towards 12 o'clock. And Mr. Balde is right with us at Atlantic Online TV. Mr. Balde, we still move on again.
Okay.
And then currently the question I'm going to ask you is regarding about the ministry, the regional office, how supportive are they? Especially currently this campaign needs finance, this campaign needs a lot, and then so on and so forth. So I think it's very important for the ministry or the regional office also to pop in to support, because without their participation, I wonder whether the campaign will move or will go fine. So how is their participation?
Yeah, you know, the first thing I will say on that is, if you see, we are called champions, you know, it's because the office is supportive. And the number one person behind the success of Region 2 East is Mr. Paul Kemendi, who is the director, who is the team leader. Last year we did not have anything. We started with loans. Mr. Paul Kemendi have to go to, you know, the credit union to get loans for us to start our camp, because he said as far as we are a region of our own, then we have to stand on our own. So he led, as he always says, the team leader, then we followed him. He guided us through. You know, we don't have any, you know, breakdown of support from the regional office. They are fully behind us. From the zonal activities, you know, from the financial support, you know, from the, you know, any kind of support that we need at our camp, the regional office is giving us. So, and I know even the ministry, you know, the support that they used to give to all the regions is on the way, and I'm sure it will be received, because it has been happening in all these past years. They used to give, you know, financial support to all the regions for their preparations. So the ministry is chipping in the preparation fee, and our office is fully supported, because if the office does not support it, it will definitely not work. You know, it has to start from the office, and thank God our office, you know, right now, you know, the principal education officer there, Mr. Sidi Jame, you know, is always in camp, because we are camping in Sibano, the office is in Sibano. So, you know, the support is at the highest level. And then the team leader always says, whatever you cannot sort out, let us know. You know, so that means they are behind us, and you know, we are very much grateful.
Yes. Last time I will take you through this. I believe you watched our last week interview with Region 2 West coordinator from Jaju, and then the assistant coordinator Yaya Jata, and then they gave a strong message to all the regions that this year, come rain, come shine, Region 2 West will become champions. So, do you have an objection for that?
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I don't underrate any region. I don't underrate any region.
What the adjective they use, they're going to become champions.
Yeah, that is where I'm coming to.
Okay.
I don't underrate any region.
Okay.
You know, but like I said, we know the records. So, and those records are with us. So even the best times that we got last year, you know, at the championship, we are already breaking those ones in our camp.
Wow.
So our last year athletes, the records they left, we are already breaking those records. You can mark this. And even after the championship, if you invite me back, I'll tell you.
Yes, we'll come.
I'll tell you. You say that Balde said this here. We have already started breaking our own records at our camp, because we got the records, and that is what we work on. We don't calculate what regions say, you know, or what regions think they can do. We work on with what we have. Come on the 18th.
What you have.
Yes, we work on with what we have, because you got your athletes, we got our athletes. So if you are using your athletes to calculate us or you think you have better athletes than the others. I think our slogan is win rec, and inshallah, come on the 18th, we are going to remain champions for the next 5 years. We said this last year. Mark it, for 5 years, the championship will be
That's a long time, and long time.
That is the objective, and inshallah, it's gonna happen. Yes.
Instead of 3 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
I believe those are the receiving end will say yes. And then the only place where this championship is going to take place is Serakunda West Mini Park. And the only day will be on Tuesday, the 18th of February at 3 p.m. onwards. That's the place you will get your answer. Whether Region 2 East will be crowned champions again, or another region will come behind and snag the throne from there. The only place to answer this question is be at Serakunda West Mini Football Park. And then you get all the answers needed. And then we still go on. What strong message do you have to all these regions or zones?
The message I have for the other regions is be prepared to be counted second.
Be counted second?
Yes.
And then my cameraman even smile.
Yes. Be prepared to be counted second. And then I think it's better let them start calculating the second or third position.
Fighting for second and third.
Yes.
First they should leave it to...
That one inshallah is gonna be ours. Yeah, let them. I think it's better you go for, if I don't have this one, let me go. If I don't have second, let me go for third. Yeah, because if you end up calculating the first position, probably you might not even have the second. So my message is start ranking yourself from the second position, inshallah.
Start ranking yourself from the
second position.
It's not my word, but word from Mr. Balde. The Region 2 is coordinator and then currently camping at Sibano. I believe Sibano Lower Basic.
Yeah, the lower.
Yes, and then last time I visited Region 2, on Thursday I visited Region 2 West camping, and then I also saw some of the activities that are going on. And then I'll still find time to be at Sibano these days to make sure that at least to make my own investigation and to know how things are unfolding at Sibano too. But anyway, still we are how we say, this is an educational program that always comes on the way every Monday from our 11 towards 12 o'clock, and we all say that education cannot go without sports. Sport and education go hand in hand. So can you defend that?
Yes, these two, goes together, because even if you look at our plans that we have at schools, that we call the SIP, the School Improvement Plan, there is no plan that is submitted without sports. So it is part of it. All the athletes, we have today in the Gambia here, most of them went through the schools, schooling system. So I think it is very key, to be serious in both, most especially if you are having that talent, because if you are a sports person, you are not educated, it might affect you one way or the other, and if you are educated, you don't do sports also, it might not be helpful health-wise, because these two goes together. It is very, very important to be active, because sports is not only about athletics, it's not only about football, you have other disciplines, and then getting yourself fit, is part of sports, so it's health. When we look at physical education, the science aspect of it is far more than the field aspects of it, so I believe it's very important. And we should encourage, students, to be more active, to be active in the sense that, if you are participating in sporting activities, or if you are participating, in movement activities, this can help, in the health.
Yeah, before I forget this question, I posted your flyer on the social media platform, and then there is one man, there's a man who also thanks asking why is it that senior secondary school sports overtake lower basic school sports? And we all know that this inter-school started in the lower sector first, and then lower sector is the grassroots level where you catch them young. So from the lower sector they move on. So as a coordinator, what is your plan? Or what do you think you'll have with other coordinators to sit and discuss how to bring the spirit of primary school or grassroots sports to make sure that at least it overtake the senior secondary school sports?
Yeah, I think that this is a cry that we have all been, having in the past years. What the president asked for is a $1 million question. Why is it happening? Because if you look at the upper and senior secondary school right now, they are having more organized programs than the lower basic school. But if you look at last year, we had a football championship in Jarasoma, for the lower basic, where we were crowned champions again.
Which
for
school?
the
East.
Yeah, East. Yeah. So we are both the football and the athletics champions right now. So, and it was our first year, and it was the first time this football championship took place.
And then you went with Region 2 West.
We went with Region 2 West.
No,
it was in a league form, because all the expected regions were not there. It should have been in group form, whereby I think the first two would be qualified to the semi-finals. But when we arrived there, other regions were not present, so it had to be changed. We went to a league form, whereby the winner of the group crowned champion. So we met with them. We met with Region 3, Region 4, Region 2 West, and then Region 1. These were the 5 regions that were there. So, but thank God, with the support from our desk officer, that is Mr. Alasan C, we are trying to see that it becomes history of primary schools not participating or not having a proper structure. Because now, I'll take proper example of my own region. We have 5 zones in our region, and it's from zone 1, that is the Kalayi N, coming zone 2, that's the Sibano, the zone 3 is the Fonyi Berefet, the zone 4 is the combo is from Bonto down to Kafuta Tumbung, Kafuta and then Pirang. Then zone 5 is from Kuloro going down to Jiboro and Umorto. Now all these 5 zones, they have their own setup. You have their own executives. You have the coordinator, the assistant coordinator, the secretary, and all those setups are there. So from there, you have, the regional executive with the coordinator. Okay, I have my assistant coordinator, the secretary. We have safeguarding officers for the male and the female, because you cannot come these athletes without having those safeguarding officers there.
I also saw that at C4.
Okay, yeah. So those this is the setup that we have started, because you can start. It should be started from the regional level, and we have seen that with the support we are getting from the desk officer, Mr. Alasan C. He's trying to see that all these things are properly put in place, and then our desk officer Esa Jaju wrote a report, including all the executives that we have in all the 5 zones, and it was submitted to the office. So this is what we are looking up to. And I used to say this when I was in Jarasoma. I had an interview with one of the TV stations. What I told them is that how many talents do we have in this football championship? Now if you look at those kids, a lot of them, the moment they play, you know that this person is talented. But what is going to be done to see that that talent is well nurtured?
Mr. Balde, I think this will not be the first, it will not be the last. We'll keep on engaging as far as the education program covers all. From here, it has no boundary. As far as you are in the education sector, this is our program. It's my program, it's your program. I'm also a teacher, and I believe you're also a teacher. So we only have at least few minutes, because TV program is based on time. And then what do you think is going to be your final message to those people who are watching us live?
Yeah, what I have first is support. This is what is also lacking, when it comes to this lower basic. We believe, if there's more support, more partners, we can move the level of the lower basic sports from where it is to another level. it is partners that can help us because the ministry cannot do it all. If you look at the independence, the expenses there, from the independence we are planning to move into the football. So that means we need partners. I think Gambian companies, Gambians, can come in and support, because if you say, like you said, there is the grassroots, so that grassroots needs support. So we have to catch them young. That is where we can help support, our teams, being it athletics national team or being football teams. But it has to start from that lower level. So, and then finally, I will say good luck to all the regions. I wish it's not easy, and all the regions almost have started camping. Let us take great care of these kids. We help them, support them, and let them know that it is not only about this athletics. The educational sector, educational part of it also. Let us not forget about it. So, I wish all the regions the best of luck. Safe camp, and then calculate the second position. From now for themselves.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Balde, for honoring our invitation. And then we are so proud. And then thank you those people at the receiving end watching us live at Atlantic TV. We are so proud of you. And then without your participation, I wonder how still the education Bantaba will move on. And those at the regional office, the official, the stakeholders, the NGOs who are supporting the education programs in the Gambia, thank you so very much. And then we really appreciate that. We are still moving fine, and then we still recognize the schools like Mahat, Batrop, and all the schools within West Coast and in Fonyi. Mr. Balde, all the way from Sibano to Congo here just to attend this interview. Kudos to you, Mr. Balde, and then good luck to you. And then we see after the Independence Day, you will come back again, and then you frame again some of the statement you made. Remember, he made a promise that they are to defend this title for 5 years, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. So thank you so very much, and then wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Back to you.